y'all, we have to celebrate that today is my 30th day of posting consistently on this YouTube channel every day since January 1st. I'm beyond thankful because I feel like this moment was set up even last year of how much consistency I had created, like every day in the Bible, 90 days of commitment. Like I had done several things that just required me to like lock in. And so at this 30-day point, it does not feel that hard, right? There were a few nights that I was like, oh man, I should have recorded earlier, like maybe 2 nights that were kind of like that. But other than that, this 30 days has flown by and it has not been that difficult. Some of the challenges for me though, and I do have another topic to get into, but the main challenges for me have been not getting so caught up in the numbers. You can look back at any of my videos that I've done, and I may have a few like breakout ones that might have like 80, 90 views. I think my highest one maybe has about 300 that wasn't even a part of this 30 days, but that people have gone back to. And it's had like about, I think, 350. And so looking at those few handful that have been in, like I said, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. I think 2 are like at 70 and 90. That's what I'll say. And then seeing that majority are at like 5, 6, 12 views and not getting discouraged. I wanted to watch my language when I said that because I didn't want to use any words that diluted even those 6 people, 7 people, whoever's been rocking with me and watched the whole 30 days. I salute you because every view matters. If the video was just for the one person, then it was for that one person, right? And I recognize that in a world of comparison and analytics and stats, it can be easy to fall into that trap and be like, what? I only have 7 views. Like, man, this person is over here. They have, their low views are 100 views. Like every video at least gets 100 views. I'm like, 7? This was good, and looking at watch time, man, people clicks off after 2 minutes. Like, what? This was so good. And all of those things have transparently gone through my mind. And I also have been like, when I post a video the next, day, I'm looking at my numbers. Okay, what did this one, finally get in front of, multiple people, dozens, hundreds of people. One thing that I had to convict myself on today is not despising small beginnings, which is a verse in the Bible. It was actually brought up in a prayer call today. I think it's in Zechariah. I can't remember the exact chapter and verse, but that one was a difficult one for me because I'm like, I want the numbers, I want the impact. I want to see this. I don't want numbers just for numbers' sake, but I know it means impact. I know that it's reaching people. I want to have comments and conversations with people, right? And be able to get on and see all of that stuff. And I had to remind myself of that verse and pray on being released from numbers, being released from outcomes, results, and all of those things kind of holding not a chain on me, but just popping up, right? It's like some behaviors or habits may not be things that are strongholds, but it's like, if I don't get into you, you might turn into something else, and we don't have time for that. And that's what I had to really sit down and think about and pray on to remove that. And I know it's going to be some time to marinate on it and just choose a different direction each time. It's going to be a new decision to lock in. But I'm glad that I was aware of it so that I could actively move past it. The other thing, which goes back to what I was saying about celebrating every one of you that are watching, even if it's just the one, is the message. There's 30 days of messages. And even before that, I had, other videos that I've done, but there's 30 days of messages. So whatever one person latches onto that is good enough. And I am getting comments, right? I got a comment on a video yesterday, and it was a good opportunity for me to interact. So hopefully this will help you too. A lot of times it's like we want the bigger thing. We want, well, I want more. I want more people seeing it. I want more comments. I want more. And even when you get to that level, you're going to be saying that you want even more. It'll be a next level, right? I think it would serve us so much to release that tension and celebrate. I'm already having this. I already have people who comment on my videos, even if it's just one person, that's a person. So that there is gratitude and contentment with what is, which makes room for more, because there's no strain, there's no stress, there's no struggle. It's excitement, right? It's expectation. It's, of course, I have people commenting on my videos. Yes, come on, more. Like, I'm open. Whether it's one, I'm celebrating the one. And I'm open to whatever that may be, but I'm not striving. I'm not experiencing this lack where I feel like I need more and it's got to be more and I'm in this desperate energy. Quite honestly, I've been in that space in business, which is crazy because I don't believe that I've grew up in lack. Or of course you hear different things and money does go, all those things that you hear. But when I think about my upbringing, I wasn't rich, but I certainly did not go without anything that I needed and quite honestly wanted, right? For the most part, like I didn't have any issues with that. So I always question, like, what is this lack that's coming up in this phase of business? Because that was never who you were. And I think for me, it was a validation thing more than needing for things. I had a need of validation because, like I said, I had the things. I had love at home. I had a mother that supported me and all of those things. But in my mind, I needed something outside of all of that to validate me. And I can think about many times where I attempted to fill that void as a child. And then as an adult, business was used the same way. So the reason that I would experience this desperate energy or lack is because I was using that to fuel the insecurity that I had in myself, to be validated, to be accepted from trauma experiences that I've had out in the world. So when I can recognize that, because it's still a work in progress, there's no, okay, I'm past this. No, I recognize it and I have to make a decision consciously to move past it. Whatever way it's showing up, I need to annihilate it. I need to be real about what it is. I need to call it out, rebuke it, and tell it to go, which I have no problem with doing. And in that, I found so much freedom. I find freedom even now. I can feel I can feel it right now, just shifting off and allowing me to feel good about the views that I do have. And still, there's this balance between, yes, you want to look at what people are engaging with so you can do more of that. It's like wearing a different hat though. So me as Kirsten, as the creative, is excited about the one person, is excited about the one comment, is excited about that, right? And then when I switch my hat into YouTube marketer, then I can look at it objectively, not emotionally, not using that as a part of who I am to validate anything, but just to say, maybe at the end of the week, when I'm doing my sales reviews anyway, then I'm going back and saying, okay, here are the hard numbers. Here's what came up, here's what we can do next week. So I'm still on this journey. This is my first milestone of 30 days. My next milestone will be 90 days. And then after that, that'll be 3 months. So then the next one will be 180. I'll still probably be celebrating at the end of each month. And that's also another thing. I didn't pressure myself. I'm just like, what is my first milestone? And then not raising the bar. Instead of raising the bar, moving to the next moving to the next milestone. So instead of saying, I need to go up, 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 it's like, okay, I'm on a journey and here's one stop and here's the next stop and here's the next stop and here's the next stop. Does that free you like it frees me? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if that just frees you to think about things in that realm instead of this constant climb up. I mean, even just as I'm visualizing, it's like you're continuing to stretch up instead of I'm on a forward journey that just has different mile markers. At every mile marker I make, I'm just stamping my flag there and I'm continuing along the journey, right? There is no stopping. There's no end to our journey. There's no pressure to move the finish line faster because there is actually no finish line. I'm just on a journey. Just if I was traveling across the country, right? I might stop in Louisiana. That's one. I might stop in Texas. I might stop in New Mexico. I might stop in Arizona. And then I get to California. And maybe I decide to go from there to Seattle. Like, it is just a constant journey of movement, but not striving. Let me know if you caught that, because that was so good to me. And in this space of YouTube, I want to thank Glow again. I've talked about her and tagged her in this channel so many times because she has been a part of this journey. But it has taught me a lot of things just in 30 days. Even just that thing about analytics. Ooh, it helped me see that's somewhere where you can refine a little bit better on what are you making this mean and how can you keep the joy in this thing and not make it into another contest with yourself. Like, we have enough of that. We have enough things to do. Let's make this fun. Let's make this connecting with the people who are meant to connect with it. And let's just continue to celebrate along the journey. So in the 30 days, that's one thing that I learned. The other thing that I've learned is being able to share different parts. And this is what Glow talks about, like sharing different parts of herself and seeing, what hits. And that has been the case for me. I'm not going to say I've necessarily found a place at this point where I'm like, oh, this hits and this is what my people want to hear. But I'm still in the phase of, hey, this is what I want to talk about. This is what's going on. These are the deals. I don't feel like every video has to be a training on me teaching y'all about corporate clients. It's like, yes, I enjoy that. Absolutely. And I have other things that I want to say too. And I don't want to become resentful of my craft and of my talent because I'm only diluting it to one piece of it. It's like, yes, and there's this and the and is really the fuel to the this, right? The and all of these reflections and things that I'm sharing are what allow me to be able to do the tactical work well. That's it. So it's not about sending the perfect email, even though we have a dialed in system for that and all of that. Yes, that's a marketing message. But really, when you come in, my goal is for you to get more than that. And I want to share some of that on the outside as well. So I've learned how to allow myself to be comfortable, not pigeonholing myself to only teaching people this one thing and this is all I talk about. Because it's not fully authentic unless you know the color that is added to the picture. The last thing that I've learned is flexibility. Y'all seen one of the videos that has had those breakouts that I was talking about, 17, 19, 35. I think this was at 35 views is when I was folding clothes with the hat on. I was telling the ladies in our prayer call about this earlier. I'm like, yeah, I've shown up with the hat on, had a basket of clothes and was folding it. I've shown up when I was cooking a late breakfast for dinner. I showed up yesterday when I had just come in from that networking event. I didn't get here till about 10:30. I still locked in and showed up and talked about the event. And that flexibility and just turning on the camera to have something to say, rather than just having things swirl through your mind or just happen and you never bring them up to share any insights or things that could be a blessing to other people. I'm like, I really do have a lot to say. And I don't have to have the barriers. I'm in my office today because I was already in here and I didn't feel like moving, my mic and all my stuff anywhere. But I don't mind just pulling up. I don't mind just being in the closet or wherever I am and just talking one-on-one to you like we're in the same room. So that's been another lesson. And I don't take that lightly because I know how it is to feel like you need to be polished and you got to have your script up and you got to be buttoned up and you got to say all the right things. But I think that this season, this new wave of YouTube is leading way for voices to just be and for people to just be with it and just pull up. And I'm loving it. This journey is just beginning, and I'm excited to see what the next iteration of it looks like. I did have another topic that I wanted to talk about, but I guess I will save that one till tomorrow because this one really hits with what I want to share on my heart today as I cross into 30 days. Tomorrow is 31 days. And even if your journey is not about posting on YouTube, you could still take away some practical tips that could help you show up in a new way. Remember, I shared about my friends and I that we're doing this big ask challenge. Got to be clear on the articulation, where we're making one big ask to move our goals forward. That requires a bit of commitment. That requires being able to show up. That requires being able to value your voice, get into the space and stand up as who you are. And for me, this journey has just broken off so far has broken off shackles around that. I see my confidence being different. In the networking event yesterday, I was not performing. I was not, oh, did I say that wrong? I was just chilling. A woman in her power and in her confidence, because sis been on camera for 30 days straight, looking all different ways. Hair, done, braid. I don't know. Was I on here with braids? I was on here with a hair wrap. I was on here with a hat. I was on here like this. I was on here with my hair out, doing my hair. I was on here, with my curls, my natural hair. I think this whole 30 days, my natural hair has been out, or maybe a wig or something like that. You done seen all different days. There was no hiding, like putting together the perfect Instagram reel when you get everything done. It's like, if you showing up every day, you're going to have to show up as who you are by default. So if this was a day that you didn't put on makeup, hey, you seeing the real for real, because I'm not about to get all dolled up just to record a video. No, you getting whatever it is today. This was the outfit, and the hope is that you come for the gold. You come for because I'm not even going to say the gems. You come for the gold. And you stay because you're being served, not entertained. You know what to do. Check out this next video. If you don't want this to end, click subscribe for me so you can make sure that you get notified whenever, which is every day, I post a new video. And let's talk in the comments. I would love, even if it's just one of you. Let me take that back. Even if it's one of you, because just is not needed. Even if it's one of you, I would love to be able to talk with you in the comments and love to hear what you took away from this video. Alrighty. And always, you can see how to work with me and all the things in the comments. Talk to you soon. Stay safe. I'll see you tomorrow.